Hello and welcome back to another episode of Not Useless Yet. Today I have the pleasure of doing the intro for you. I'm Alex, I'm a good friend of Rafi, and today I will join him to his trip to Italy this weekend. And don't worry, I will be behind the camera most of the time and I will maybe help him with some bits and bobs. And yeah, I guess we will see how useless I am. Alright, have fun with the video. Bye bye.
Okay, so my turn now. We're just coming up past Lake Garda. The sun is shining. It was raining in Innsbruck. We've got about another hour to go to our first destination, which is going to be a little stopover because it's more of a boys' weekend away this weekend. So we're heading to Modena to go and visit Ferrari. We're going to go and look at the Ferrari Museum there, and then once we've done that for a couple of hours, we're going to hit the road and head back down to the house. So all so far is going quite well. You can certainly tell that the restrictions have been lifted. There are a lot of Germans who all seem to insist on driving extremely close to the back of my car, although we're not driving particularly slowly. And there are other cars in front of me, so it's not very worthwhile. But big shout out to all of you ladies in BMWs from Munich. You know who you are. So we'll check back in, I think, as soon as we get down to Ferrari, unless we see something exceptional along the way. I filmed this road up and down many times now, but it is very pretty and the sun is shining. So I shall see you shortly. Okay, well, here we are. So it's masks on at the moment. We're about to head inside. This is already what stood outside. Look at that. Amazing. Now, I know not all of you are car people, but these are just works of art. These aren't cars. This is wonderful. So we're going to head inside. I'm not sure what we're allowed to film inside there, but even the building, look at that. Everything here is beautiful. And that Officina Meccanica Alfredo Ferrari, the old building behind where they used to build them. So let's go in and see what we can find. As you can tell, I'm more into the old ones than the new ones. But look at this thing, it's a monster, it's huge. And this, which was Tony Curtis's car, where Roger Moore was driving the Aston Martin. This is the Dino. Doesn't have Ferrari written on anywhere on it because this was dedicated to Enzo Ferrari's son after he died. This is one of the most beautiful cars ever made, and if it was going to be surpassed, it would probably be like this. The Daytona, it just gets better and better here. What an amazing car. 365. The GTB4 exhaust on that. What a wonderful place to sit. Now, you're not allowed to touch any of these. They're all alarmed. You're not allowed to touch the stands they're on either. But these are beautiful, original, all original, beautiful, beautiful cars. Just to have a chance to drive any of these cars would be something amazing for me. I mean, I am a bit of a car buff, but it's always been Ferrari more than Lamborghini or anything else. It's always been Ferrari. Even the FF, which everyone thinks is ugly, I would be very happy to have a little estate Ferrari. Quintessentially Italian. So we're in the second building now, which is one of the old factory buildings. And here are the very, very special cars. So the cars next door were beautiful and special, but these ones are something else again. The 166mm, 1948, completely hand-built. 212 Inter, 1952, funky light setup. These are just cars. This car looks like a boat. It's beautiful. Everything about it is beautiful. Over here, the Super America, extremely famous Ferrari. Twin lights, which I think were obligatory in the US and the first concession that Ferrari ever made. Look at the size of those rear wheels. A 360, well, we've seen some of those before. And this, the Ferrari F40, the 40th anniversary. The most amazing car. This was my poster car when I was a kid. This is a car that I've traveled actually hours just to go and see specifically. This is not the first time I've seen a Ferrari F40, but every time it just takes my breath away. This is one of the most amazing cars that were ever made, and you see there's recognizable from the engine downstairs. The two intercoolers on top of the block. There's nothing inside. A couple of sports seats, little bits of string to open the door, center bolt wheels. This is it. If I ever win the lottery twice, I'll buy one of these. And here's the 2003 Formula One, which Michael Schumacher drove and won in. Started the carbon fibre downforce cars. Beautiful piece of machinery. But I personally, and Alex, who's here with me, keep coming back to this, the F40, the ultimate dream car. So Alex has gone for the salmon, and I, surprise, surprise, under here, have gone for the tagliata, the beef with parmesan, because we are actually in Parma, where parmesan is from. I've had my beer, and we're going to tuck in, so I'll see you in about half an hour, I guess. So we've been sat here in this huge traffic jam for ages now, and it, according to the nav, it says there's been like 4 accidents. So I imagine someone had an accident, and then a lot of other people were driving too close to each other and made more accidents. And now, thanks to those incredibly clever people, we all have to sit in a traffic jam. We're literally 20 kilometres from the exit to Pontremoli, and the nav is saying it's going to take over an hour.
In traffic, 14 minutes.
Well, you hear that, it says 14 minutes, but that's because it breaks down the traffic into little chunks. It's been saying that forever. So this is very, very, very boring. On a lighter note, we have George Lucas in the car next to us. Probably not. Anyway, very boring. Let's keep going. Okay, well, we've given up on the motorway. The traffic was getting worse and worse, and the nav kept saying it was just going on and on and on, and it was all the way down to our exit on the motorway. So we've come off and we're heading down this little tiny, very windy road with beautiful views. I mean, really beautiful views. If I hadn't been sat in the car for an hour longer than it should normally take us to get actually to the house, then I would be very impressed with these views. But as it is, I'm just kind of itching to get there and get a nice cold beer in me. So Alex will be taking little video snaps of this beautiful bit of countryside, and I shall be trying to get us there in one piece. So as you can see, we did eventually make it last night. It was a very, very long drive, unfortunately, but we're here. The weather is fabulous. We can get on with doing some pleasure things and some building things. So obviously we'll be filming all of that between the two of us, and you'll get to follow along what we get up to this weekend. But now, just to the end of this video, I'm going to add what I filmed last weekend when I was up the mountain for a walk with the little kid. So if that's interesting, then that's on now. And otherwise, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. It was something a little bit different, but still, well, I had a great day. And thank you for subscribing, for following on, and I'll see you all very soon. Take care. Bye bye for now. So I'm walking down, and there, right in the middle of the screen, is the hut we always used to stop in for a beer, and that's where I'm going for a beer now. So hi, just out for a walk, Sunday afternoon walk, where in fact most of you, or those of you who watch all of my videos, would have seen me skiing this winter. This is the lake where they keep the water for the snow machines. I've just started walking down from up there. Just me and the little guy, because you can go up by train. That'll probably come by, and there it is. There's the pink. You see the pink train. But we're going down on foot to kind of escape the mini heat wave. We're only about 20 minutes outside of Innsbruck, but that's 1250 meters odd, so it is a little bit cooler up here. So I thought I'd share that with you because it is spectacularly pretty. And I'm just heading now about another 5 minutes down this way for a beer where there's a little chalet, and then I'll keep walking down to the base station to pick up the car and the others.
Ja, bitte. Immer das am Adler bitte.
So other than these horrible snow cannons and all of the water plumbing that's gone up, you could be anywhere, not halfway down, you know, one of my regular ski slopes. But it is nice and it's very peaceful here in summer, much more peaceful than it is normally in winter. Obviously last winter was an exception, and it's also a lot more strenuous walking down with a pushchair than it is going down on skis.